Okay, great. I think you made it this far. You made it to part three of this really great series of how businesses and franchises, retail and restaurants, and service businesses can leverage intelligent solutions, all in a box, one portal. Really digging it, Mark. What else can you tell us about this? And kind of let's wrap this series up strong. Take it away.
Sure. Let's pack this box up and ship it out.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Hey, one question did come out of the last presentation, and that was, I showed that you could get these certain connectivity and things like that to manage that online. Anything that we sell as an organization, we can fully manage within that portal. Any connectivity or any data type device that even isn't ours, we can manage within that portal. So think about that. If you have a Meraki or a Fortinet or a Velo network today, we can pull that in, give you all the other pieces that you want, along with all the other things you're buying from us, and fully manage that if you want us to. So I didn't want that to be left, that, the only thing we can't do is if somebody is on Ring Central today, we can rebill that and have it all in that single bill. You still get all the inventory of all the lines, you get all those things. We just can't manage that piece of it because we're not Ring Central experts. So I just wanted to clarify that. All right, so how to win with intelligent business in a box. So a couple things. Targeting franchises may or may not be your business plan, but there's a lot of money to be made in that solution, and there's a lot of places to go. One of those is Entrepreneur Magazine, and they have a franchise 500 ranking. Good way to start doing that. They can look at that. There's a lot of other resources out there. There's restaurant resources, there's retail resources, there's a lot of different daily, weekly, and monthly newsletters you can join from all these organizations to learn more about them. And through a lot of that, you get the better understanding of what is important to them. So that's one of the things that we say people should take a look at. Be the solution provider. So what we found in the past is there's a lot of people out there trying to sell all these groups a product. And by selling them a single product isn't necessarily helping them, especially with the way that their staffs are shrinking. They need solutions, and they need a solution provider. So being able to go to that franchise owner or that manager that is in charge of 5 or 10 or 15 locations, whatever that is, and being able to offer them as much or as little as they need at the time is going to enable you to grow with them. And we've seen that time and time again, that we get in there with 1 or 2 products and the rest of them just keep layering on because we do such a good job and they like the way we do business and we're easy to deal with, and they have a single place to go to take care of things. And then leveraging best-in-class project management. We project manage all of these types of sales that we do, and that's working with Tolaris's project managers, the partners project managers, the customers project managers, whatever that is. We have a process, and we'll show that next, that we work with, and this is the same process that we use with all of these customers. And we have been told by many large organizations that this was one of the keys to winning and growing their businesses, because we were able to take a lot of things off of their plate when it came to implementing these large projects that made it easier for them. Everybody, I think the easy button thing is overused, but we get told that regularly, that this makes the easy button for them and their groups, because there's all these IT staffs that have been cut. There are all these AP staffs have been cut. There's all these groups within all these organizations that have worked with smaller teams. We're able to augment that and help them and make that make that transition so much easier and cleaner. And you know, we have this process, and we're very detailed in how we do this. We do the same thing with everybody, and we work through the entire process all the way through to the end. A lot of times it has an end date and it stops. Other times, by then another project's going and it just keeps going. So be aware that we are there to be a resource. We're there to help you be that solution provider that these folks need, because most of these organizations need help. It's not like they're, you know, a lot of these franchises are maybe hundreds of locations or dozens of locations. Even the ones that are thousands of locations need a lot of help because they have shrunk, or they have way too many things in their solution package, and they just can't manage them all. So the top, how do we meet those top challenges that we talked about earlier? So with the uptime and reliable network, we have a lot of different solutions for access, for monitoring, for SD-WAN. We have all those types of things that we can pull together to make sure that they've got reliable and steady connectivity and network ability, because that's what's running their business on a daily basis. The drop calls, and it truly is, and anybody that wants to talk about this, more glad to have a deeper conversation, but there are millions of dollars being lost on a monthly basis on drop calls. And I know it sounds weird in this day and age, but it is. And forget about the drop calls. These simplified voice solutions help with that. And it's not only just the simplification of the device, it is the reduction in training. And we've been told that people on their exits have at some of these locations, they say they're leaving because they're tired of dealing with the phone and getting yelled at by the manager, and they can't deal with it anymore. So they're losing employees that they've spent money training just because of a phone. So they got that. And then the simple signal managed solution. We help bring all that together, as we showed you in the glue piece. We're pulling all that into one spot. So it gives these groups the ability to, have their accounts payable write one check instead of hundreds or thousands of checks on a monthly basis, or even ACH deposits. Every time you do one of those, there's time involved, there's money involved. We've got a group that has 2,000 locations, and they were getting 6 bills at every location, and they had a accounts payable department was writing checks or creating an ACH for every one of those bills. Look at the time that has reduced for them, because now they're getting a feed from us that has all the information in it. It's going into their finance system, and everything is uploaded. Yeah, they still have work on the back end they have to do, but they're not doing the physical labor of putting the checks or the ACH and all that stuff, because that's already done. So you got all that, and then you have the IT departments that are able to, hey, I have an issue at the Atlanta location. Well, what do we have there? We have we have an adaptive box. We have two connectivity pieces in there. We have a phone system, and they can see what's working and not working all in one fell swoop, which makes it very easy for them. And ease of doing business and the ability to actually fix pain points within these organizations is what really will help you sell. And it's not going in there and say, hey, I've got VoIP for you, or hey, I've got SD-WAN for you. We're going in there and say, hey, I got a solution for you. Let's see what you need. What are your pain points, and how can we help you fix that? And it's saving real dollars on an annual basis. So how do you get in touch with us? You have all these charming faces on this page that are out there on the Telarus website also, but all these guys are there to help you, from myself all the way down. We're more than glad to help you and make sure that you're getting taken care of. So just reach out. We're more than glad to make sure that you're assisted. Chris? I
Man.
appreciate this time. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I love 3 quick hits, and I preach efficiency and effectiveness all the time. And I gotta say, I mean, I don't know if I've seen a solution this efficient and effective across technology, across headcount, and most importantly, across their books. I mean, being efficient and effective is more than tasks; it's also money. Being able to have a single point to capture and bring all these solutions in, and have a single pane of glass, a single portal to manage them all in, and even the wireless component, not worrying about which carrier you have. All those are pretty darn efficient. Ease of doing business, we throw that around a lot. It's great to see that Intelligent has taken that to heart and delivered a product that's there. So thanks for breaking it down for us. And again, if you're listening, you're a Telarus partner, highly encourage, reach out to the Intelligent team, learn more, get those deals registered, and let's close some business. Thanks so much, Mark.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate the time.
You bet.